guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Logan and this is Haley, and today to start off 2023 we are gonna do a new series called Veganuary.
Yes.
This is gonna be Veganuary 23 because 2023 obviously. So
if you're in the vegan community, or even if you're not, maybe you know this. Every January is like National Vegan Month, so they call it Veganuary. So we thought, what better way to start off the year than by doing a series on a topic that we are both really, really passionate about, and we've dedicated every aspect of our lives to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
if you don't know, veganism is not a diet, it is a lifestyle, like she just said.
I just want to say real quick, we have done a video like what we're doing today before a long time ago when we had like less than 60 subscribers, so we figured we would just kind of do this again because last time it was really before we really tried with our content, so it was all over the place. It's not really like a video that we're proud of, and we have so many new subscribers that we figured we would just redo this again, and it'd be like the perfect start to kick off Veganuary.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's going to be us talking about our experience with going vegan, like why we came to that decision, all the trials and errors and everything as people who live in the Midwest, which is like not a vegan friendly area. So
it's becoming, but
it's getting better, but it's nothing like California or New York or the coast or anything like that.
Yeah, it's a lot different than the coasts. So yeah, let's just hop right up into this. I'll let you start off.
So,
since you technically started it.
So I came across a video on Facebook. It was a small condensed clip of Earthling Ed's speech. The full version is on YouTube, which we've both seen like many times.
Mm-hmm.
But just this, it was like a really condensed clip, you know, for Facebook. And I saw it and I just like all the things that he said. First of all, I came across the video. I had no idea what he was even going to talk about. But I started watching and I just thought it was so interesting. I was like, wow, okay, I was not expecting this. And all the things that I had like just thought my whole life, or not even things that really I had given thought to, like animals, the fact that I even eat animals, is something that you know, but you just don't really give thought to.
You're almost like subconscious to it.
Yeah. And so I was like, wow, like I literally, it like shook me to my core. And so I showed Logan and I was like, maybe this is something we should try, like, because I want to be the best version of myself that I can be, you know. I want to be a good person, and we always say we love animals, right? And so I was like, you know, maybe we should try this and just see where it goes.
And that was back in 2019?
Yep, 2019.
2019?
Summer of 2019, yeah.
That's right.
We went vegetarian, and we were vegetarian for a while. We weren't fully vegan for like till 2021, so
yeah, so that's pretty much how it began. I remember you showed me that Earthling Ed clip. We'll link it in the description.
Yeah,
I remember you showing it to me, and he was talking to college kids. And the first time I wasn't paying attention. I didn't really pay much attention, and then I think you showed it to me a second time, and then it got more of my attention, and it got me thinking like, he's making valid points. I'm not going to argue with that.
Right.
So that's that. And then after she showed me the second time of the Earthling Ed video, we became we were pretty much just like curious.
Yeah.
And so that's when I just started my like fitness journey, I would say. And I just started like getting back into the gym. I started working out and all that. And I was wondering how I was going to be able to get all my calories in, my protein in, and all of that. So I did some digging online, and I actually found a pro bodybuilder, Nimai Delgado. Shout out. I watched, I think it was a Google Talk. He was on Google Stage.
Yeah, it was.
And he was talking about like his backstory and like how he became vegan pretty much, and like the benefits of being vegan.
Yeah.
And so that really inspired me, and it helped. I learned a lot because he compared foods, which we can get into in a different video, on how, you can replace animal protein to plant protein and still get the same benefits. So from there, I was pretty much ready to roll.
Yeah, you're ready to try it.
And then we saw a documentary called The Game Changers that fall, I believe.
Yeah, it was that fall.
That was the most inspirational documentary I've seen.
Probably the best documentary I've ever seen.
If you've never seen The Game Changers, you should definitely go check it out.
It's a good vegan documentary because it's nothing, you're not going to have to worry. The whole clip, or the whole film doesn't involve any, like, violence towards animals. It doesn't show, like, any gruesome clips.
Yeah.
So it's a really great starter documentary because it's not, like, nauseating and really sad. It's actually just, like, really upbeat. And it just provides you with just, like, nutrition facts, and it talks about, like, not even just nutrition, but, like, how plants affect, like, all different parts of the body, and it mainly focuses on, like, athletes and fitness people. So it's really cool. It's a great one for people who are kind of, like, on the fence, but they don't want to feel, like, almost, like, attacked or like they're a bad person. So it's a good one.
It's got Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. And
James Cameron.
Oh yeah, James Cameron is who
the
produced
producer,
it.
Yep.
So
Nimai is in it. Anything we talk about, we'll link below. Like, we'll link Earthling Eggs, we'll link Nimai's speech, we'll link, like, all the resources and stuff that we mentioned.
Right. Yeah, so that's pretty much what made us switch, for sure. We started off vegetarian.
Yeah.
We didn't want to do the overnight thing, which, some people can do it, but we didn't want to set ourselves up for failure. Not saying that we would have failed if we did do it overnight, but realistically, I know myself and she knows herself, and growing up on an animal-based diet and learning a whole new lifestyle it's
tough.
Yeah, that's the beginning of it.
Yep. So, me and Logan, we live in the Midwest. I'm from Missouri,
You're from Missouri?
He's from Missouri. I'm from Kansas, which Kansas, for anybody who doesn't live here, has never been here, it's pretty much farmland. I feel like that's what we all know of it as. So, we don't have, in driving distance, we don't have any vegan restaurants. We don't have vegan fast food. We don't have a lot of options that other states do and, like, other areas of the country do. So it was kind of, not to say, like, harder, but it was a little bit harder because we kind of just went into this, like, we'd go into our grocery store and it's kind of, like, automatically big chunks of the grocery store we just don't go to anymore. And so we felt kind of limited.
Yeah.
I will say there's so many easy swaps you can do. Like, if you live in an area that's not vegan friendly, don't worry because we literally are, his hometown is, like, the least vegan friendly place I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah.
So if we can be vegan, I feel like literally anyone can, especially you.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he can be vegan, anybody can. So
yeah, that's a big one too because I remember, like, even before I met you, you kind of got me out of this after we moved in with each other. But I used to drink milk with every meal.
Ugh,
like
disgusting.
everything that I had, it was like water. Like how much I drink water now is how I used to drink milk. 2%. So yeah, but I got out of that phase pretty fast after I started dating you.
Yeah.
But we both come from, like, beef, casseroles, barbecues.
Yeah.
But we just switched everything. Just like that, but vegan now.
Yeah, I guess that's the biggest tip that we could give is, like, don't overcomplicate things.
Right.
Like, really what we had to do is, like, okay, we can still have the same meals that we used to have, we just swap the ingredients out for vegan stuff. So instead of ground beef in our spaghetti or ground beef in our lasagna, we just use ground tofu, or we use, like, a ground beef alternative, like a beefless ground.
Right.
So when you think of it that way, it's a lot easier than if you're just like, I feel like because lasagna has meat and dairy,
I can't have it.
But it's like you can make anything vegan.
Yeah.
The only thing we're not really sure about is deviled eggs.
Yeah,
but
I don't
pretty
know
much
about
everything
that one.
else. I just wanted to say that real quick because I feel like and it's so hard because I see, obviously we follow tons of vegan people on the internet and pretty much all of them live in California or New York City, so like I get so jealous seeing like all the things that they have at their disposal.
Right.
But if you don't live in an area like that, you can still totally be vegan and actually enjoy it, because we do.
And if you do live in an area like that and you're watching this video and this helps, you're set to go. But yeah, like she said, that's our biggest tip. If you're trying to go vegan, don't complicate things. Just whatever your favorite foods are, just make them vegan.
Yep.
And go from there.
Do we regret anything? Well, one, when we started, we did overcomplicate things a lot. So like we said, that's our biggest tip.
Right.
Don't do that. I think one thing I regret a lot is... So with me, we were actually just talking about this morning. One thing I regret a lot is that I didn't have good eating habits before I went vegan. And so once I went vegan, I started eating, like, most of my diet was junk food, like Oreos, cookies, chips. I would advise against that just because I started having some health problems. Like, I was feeling sick. I started losing hair. I was really, really low in my iron. And so, I mean, I was just, like, recommend not doing that. Like, studying up on what you want to eat. That's a big tip from me. So, tell me regrets.
I think the only thing that I would advise is not to care about what other people think.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think that's one thing that I struggled with in the beginning was my family and caring what they thought. So, at the end of the day, you just got to know what you're doing. Other than that, I don't think I regret anything. The only thing I do regret is not doing it sooner.
Actually, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I
think that's it.
Those are really good ones. Like, yeah, don't care. Just think about, like, you. It's kind of like any other goal you have in life or anything else you want to do. Just don't care what people think, because people are going to have an opinion no matter what. And when we first, even when we went vegetarian, we weren't even vegan, so many comments were made to us. People try to joke with you, and they still do that now, just not as bad, because I think they know now it's not a phase. It's just our lifestyle. It's something we're never going to go back to again. But you just have to not care. And I know that's so much easier said than done, but I am, like, notoriously, me and Logan are both people who we've just been, like, we're people who have always felt different. And so we've always just cared what other people thought. And so we know it's easier said than done, but just remember your goal. Remember your why. Why do you want to do this?
Right.
And all those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are good tips.
Yeah.
I like those.
We are now 2023, almost 2 years
Crazy.
vegan. And it is very successful. I haven't looked back once. I don't plan on to. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I feel the same.
Obviously have a channel that is around veganism.
Right.
So if you like this topic, don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think?
I feel the same way. Even through, like, the health things that I was talking about before, I've never once, like, thought I want to go back, because that's just not who we are as people. At the end of the day, our why started with and has always been, we don't want to consume animals. We don't want to contribute to their suffering. And so, I mean, no matter what we go through, like, health-wise, I just told myself, I'm like, well, I'm going to have to figure this out. I'm going to have to get my iron in somehow. I'm going to have to get my nutrients in, because I won't go back to eating how I did before.
Right. And another way to look about it is, if you're compassionate to yourself, if being vegan is the reason of health, which obviously means you're compassionate about yourself and you run into complications about health, okay, you're obviously going to figure it out, but don't go back to an animal-based diet. You got to be compassionate to the animals and the planet that you live in.
Right.
So just like you would figure out, you know, for your health and how to be healthy, you got to steer that same energy into this.
I like that. Very well said.
Yeah, that was a mental.
Okay, said that.
So yeah, just like we said, remember your why, and yeah, remember why. Remember your why, damn it. just remember why you started it in the first place. It's just like any goal that you do, like she said. You know.
Yeah.
Why'd you do it in the first place? But yeah, that is it for today's video. Is there anything else?
No, I don't think so. We love being vegan.
Yeah.
It's like the
the best
decision
choice.
we've ever made in life.
Right.
And honestly, I don't know about you, because you've always really connected with animals, but I just connect and view animals in such a different way now. Like, they're just so pure, and I just connect with them so differently. So it's been like, that's like a whole nother video, the spiritual side of it. But we love it.
And there is not going any back.
No.
So yeah, that's it for today's video. We hope you liked this video, and we hope you gained something from this video, especially if you're looking into going vegan. We love you no matter what you eat.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until then, we will see you in episode 2 and the next video.
Bye. Bye.